To all, welcome to the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. This editorial is all about the need for a data firewall. Then comes the question, why do we need a data firewall? This is based on a report by a German security system regarding or related to information leak related to patients across the country. Against this backdrop, the editorial says the need of the hour is a data firewall. For a data firewall, it means there is a need for a data firewall. Let us see the exact meaning of firewall. The literal meaning of firewall means a wall or a partition that is used to protect someone from fire. But in this context, firewall means a network security system. The leak of medical information speaks to the urgent need for a data protection law. Generally, we use speaks to someone or speak to someone, speak about something. But here, it's a different usage. The leak of medical information speaks to the urgent need for a data protection law. This editorial also talks about the protection law related to data information. Now, here the editorial talks about a particular report and gives specific information. The report by a German cybersecurity firm that medical details of millions of Indian patients were leaked and are freely available on the internet is worrying. Here, all these words are like the subject. Is worrying. What is worrying? The report by a German cybersecurity firm that medical details of millions of Indian patients were leaked. Whenever you read the editorial, try to look for the words, try to recollect whatever grammar you have learned. Here, were leaked. This is in passive voice. They leaked something, something was leaked. Here, plural, so were leaked, and are freely available on the internet is worrying. Freely, adverb, available, that is adjective. The firm listed, again here the editorial provides specific information. What is that specific information? The firm listed 1.02 million studies of Indian patients and 121 million medical images, including CT scans, MRIs, and even photos of patients as being available. Here, the editorial talks about the consequences. When this sort of data is available, what are the consequences? Such information has a potential to be mined for deeper data analysis and for creating profiles that could be used for social engineering, phishing, and online identity theft, among other practices that thrive on the availability of such data on the darknet. What is this darknet? Restricted computer networks which exchange information using means such as peer-to-peer file sharing. Here it talks about the consequences. It says that the leakage is not at all advisable, and the potential is it could be used for other purposes like social engineering and phishing. There are a few words which are very useful, important from the exam point of view. Let us have a look at those words. Potential. Potential means possible. Then to be mined. This is in passive voice again. Mining generally goes with extracting ores and extracting precious stones. In this context, mining means excavate or extract or bring out. And it goes with information. Fishing. Fishing, we know one fishing, the regular fishing, but here the spelling is different, but it has the same pronunciation. What does it mean? It is like using mails or something else. It is a trick to get personal information or important information so that that could be used at a later stage for a different purpose. And it leads to scam. Thrive. Thrive means flourish. That is also an important word. Usually it goes with flourish goes with business, but thrive goes with a particular species or something else or a particular thing. Coming to peer-to-peer file sharing. Peer-to-peer file sharing, what does it mean? Peer means a person who is the same age or has the same social position. So these two sentences talk about the consequences, and then the editorial talks about the reason for the availability of this sort of data. The reason for the availability of this data is the absence of any security in the picture archiving and communication systems, servers used by medical professionals and which seem to have been connected to the public internet without protection. Why is it available? The reason behind this, the reason for the availability of this data is the absence of any security in the picture archiving and communication system servers used by medical professionals and which seem to have been connected. This is an important expression, seem to have been connected. That is a grammar point of view, it is called perfect infinitive. Sometimes they do ask questions related to this expression and seem to have been connected to the public internet without protection. Datum singular, data plural. But sometimes data is used as a collective noun. When we use data as a collective noun, it takes a singular verb. Here, data is, so nothing wrong with that expression. Then what is the meaning of archiving? Here it has been used as a verb, ing form, but archive, what is the meaning of the word archive? A place where historical records are kept. Here, the editorial says these leaks have not something new and have been there for quite some time. Public data leaks have been quite common in India, from government websites enabling the download of Aadhaar numbers to electoral data rolls being downloaded in bulk, among others. So, two instances where the data has been extracted. One is Aadhaar numbers, and the other one, electoral data rolls being downloaded in bulk, among others. Unlike the data protection regulations in place in the European Union and in the US, India still lacks a comprehensive legal framework to protect data privacy. Here, the editorial says in our country we don't have a perfect protection, and in the US and in the European Union, it says there are regulations which protect the data. Unlike the data protection regulations in place in the European Union and in the US, India still lacks a comprehensive legal framework to protect data privacy. There is one important word here, comprehensive. Comprehensive means complete, it also means exhaustive. Here, the editorial introduces or talks about the protection bill, data protection bill. The draft Personal Data Protection Bill 2019 is still to be tabled. In this context, to be tabled means it has to be worked upon, but could enable protection of privacy. There's one helping verb here, could. Whenever you come across a helping verb, you should think of, you have to have a look at the word next to it. If that is a verb, that verb should be in bare infinitive. The draft bill follows up on the provisions submitted by a committee of experts chaired by Justice B.N. Srikrishna to the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology in 2018. The draft bill follows up on the provisions. Provision has many meanings. Provision singular, provisions plural. Provision means the act of providing something. But sometimes when we use the word provisions, everyday English, it means whatever you buy every day for the basic necessities. The committee sought to codify. Here it talks about the objectives of the committee. The committee sought to codify the relationship between individuals and firms, state institutions, as one between data principals, whose information is collected, and data fiduciaries. Fiduciaries means trustees, those processing the data, so that privacy is safeguarded by design. So this talks about the main objective. Then the editorial talks about what is positive here, what is negative here. While the 2019 version of the bill seeks to retain the intent and many of the recommendations of the Justice Sri Krishna Committee, it has also diluted a few provisions. Diluted, in this context, it is something negative. So what has been diluted? The editorial provides that information. For example, while the bill tasks the fiduciary to seek the consent in a free, informed, specific, clear form, and which is capable of being withdrawn later from the principal, it has removed the proviso. Usually we say provision, but the word proviso is also correct. Proviso is singular, provisos is plural. What is the meaning of that word? Condition attached to a statement or an agreement. From the 2018 version of the bill that said selling or transferring sensitive personal data by the fiduciary to a third party is an offense. So that particular clause has been removed. Then the editorial also talks about other aspects which are important. There are other substantive means important, issues with the bill pertaining to the situations when state institutions are granted exemption from seeking consent from principals to process or obtain their information. In this sentence, we have three important words. One is substantive, which means important, and the second is pertaining. Pertain means relate, pertaining, relating to something. And the third word, consent. Consent means agreement. Yet, That's an important word, grammar point of view. Yet, considering the manner in which public data are being stored, here datum singular, data plural. It has not been used as a collective noun, but it has been used in the sense of plural form. So you see the plural verb. Yet, considering the manner in which public data are being stored and used by both the state and private entities, a comprehensive data protection act is a need of the hour. The need of the hour means what? Something that has to be done immediately. Here there is one important word, entities. Entities means things with distinct and independent existence. That's an important word. This is all about today's editorial, and now I want you guys to have a look at this and exercises, a few exercises, cloze test, word meanings, parajumble, spot the errors, all these. Just have a look and try to respond. Then I will say right or wrong. What is the first word? Here you have to look at the word and you have to think of the meaning. What is the first word here? Potential. Potential means what? You have to look at the words and you have to respond. Potential means possible. What is the second word here? Mine. Mine, usually it goes with geology, mining, but here it has a different meaning. What is the meaning of mine? In this context, it means excavate or extract. Mining, information, extracting information. What is the meaning of fishing? Fishing, same pronunciation, F-I-S-H-I-N-G, that fishing and this fishing, same. So what is the meaning of that? In a way, it means scam, sending mails or doing something to extract personal information, important information, which results in a scam. It doesn't exactly mean scam. Phishing means extracting information for a different purpose. Thrive. What is the meaning of the word thrive? Thrive means flourish. The word flourish usually goes with business, and thrive means to survive, to do well, flourish. And what is the meaning of the word comprehensive? Comprehensive means exhaustive. It also means complete, comprehensive. Comprehensive means what? Exhaustive. Usually it goes with syllabus. When we talk about syllabus, we say comprehensive syllabus. Comprehensive means what? Exhaustive. The next one, provisions. Provisions means what? Provision has a different connotation. Here I wanted you guys to know the other meaning of provisions. It means supplies. That is correct. The next word, fiduciaries. What is the meaning of that? Fiduciaries means what? Someone has already answered. Trustees. That is correct. What is the meaning of substantive? Substantive means what? Important. That is correct. And initially you try to get the meanings, but slowly I would like to ask you guys about, or I may tell the part of speech and the word forms, word combinations. What is the meaning of the word pertaining? Pertain is a verb. Pertained, it's a regular verb. Pertaining, what is the meaning? Relating, that is correct. Pertaining means relating. What is the meaning of consent? Related to, relating, that is correct. The last word, what is the meaning of consent? Consent means agreement, that is correct. And don't just try to get the meanings. Usually I tell students, try to get the word forms, try to get the word combinations. That will help you in the long run. Have a look at this cloze test, a short paragraph with 5 blanks, and you have to use the correct word in each blank. You could number. I will wait for all the 5. You have to write all the 5 words. Then I will say what is the right word for each blank. Optimus Prime says 1 potential. Srinivas says potential. 2 mind. Optimus Prime says a 3rd blank fishing, and a 4th thrive. And the 5th one is peer. Let us have a look. Such information has what? Ask the question, has what? Such information has the potential. Has the potential to be mined, to be mined. The first word is potential, the second word is mind, for deeper data analysis and for creating profiles that could be used for social engineering. And what is the next one? Phishing, social engineering, phishing, and online identity theft, among other practices that thrive. What is the next one? Thrive. Where do they thrive? On the availability of such data on the darknet. Restricted computer networks which exchange information using means such as peer to peer file sharing. That is right. 1 potential, 2 mind, 3 phishing, 4 thrive, and 5 peer. Perfect. Now try to get the correct order of these 5 sentences. Para jumble, based on this editorial. Whenever you try to handle para jumble, do remember first you should get the topic sentence. Once you get the topic sentence, then it becomes easy for you to get the correct order. And while trying to, if you try to get the topic sentence, always take the elimination approach. What is the first one? A is not the first sentence. ACB, that is not correct. The first sentence here, you may get confused between A and C, but the first sentence here is C. What is C? Srinivas, that is right. Srinivas says C, that is correct. Alka also says C, that is correct. And Optimus Prime also says C. What is C? Public data leaks have been quite common in India. And then you should ask the question, what is the part that goes with this particular idea, continuity? What is the second sentence? C is the first sentence, beyond any doubt. And what is the second sentence? Public data leaks have been quite common in India. Ask the question, from where? Then you get the second sentence. No, A is not the second sentence. Not A. The first sentence is C. E is the second sentence. Srinivas got it right. Public data leaks have been quite common in India. From where? From government websites, enabling the download of E is correct, Pavani. What is the third sentence? CE. What is the third one? Third one should be easy for you. CE B. B is correct. What is B? Public data leaks have been quite common in India from government websites, enabling the download of Aadhaar numbers to electoral data rolls being downloaded in bulk, among others. These three go with one idea. What are the last two? D is the fourth sentence, A is the fifth sentence. What is D? Unlike the data protection regulations in place in the European Union and in the US, India still lacks a comprehensive legal framework to protect data privacy. That is correct. D and the last one is, so what is the correct order here? C, E, B and D, A. There are a few errors. 5 sentences, each sentence has an error. You should read the sentence and try to locate the error. Error location. Optimus says, be mind. Let others also respond. That is correct. Such information has the potential to be, mine is not correct, to be mined for deeper data analysis. That is correct. To be, second sentence, there is an error. Every sentence has an error, Optimus. Second sentence also has an error. Here the subject is the systems. Systems, plural. Then we cannot say seems. The systems seem. S should not be there. The systems seem to have been connected to the public internet without protection. Seem is correct, not seems. Here it should be mind, and here it should be, S should not be there. Where is the error? The next one. The bill could enable protection of privacy. Whenever you see a helping verb, do remember, if you have to use a verb after the helping verb, that should be in bare infinitive. Then enabled is not correct. Enable is correct. Could enable. That's right. A lot of students have got it right. Where is the error? Sentence number 4. The committee sought to codify the relationship among individuals and firms, state institutions. Ravinder Reddy, your answer is correct. It is not among, it should be between. What is the right preposition here? Between. Among is not correct, between is correct. Between individuals and firms or state institutions / state institutions. The last sentence, where is the error? India still lacks a comprehensive legal framework to protect data privacy. Srinivas, that is right. Optimus, that is correct. Here, to protected, that is not correct. Whenever you see the preposition to and you see a verb after that, do remember. Usually, exceptions are there. The verb should be in the basic form or bare infinitive. To plus basic form or bare infinitive. So here, we call that present infinitive. To protect. Protected is not correct. Protect is correct. 3 pairs of confusing words. What are these? Datum, singular. Standard English, datum singular and data plural. But data is also used as a collective noun. When we use data, datum singular, data plural, when you use in this sense, data takes a plural verb. But data can also be used as a collective noun. When you use data as a collective noun, then it takes a singular verb. Data is. That is correct. Don't think. Read the sentence carefully. Decide whether it has been used in the plural sense or it has been used as a collective noun. Based on that, you have to decide whether it takes a singular verb or a plural verb. Provision, this is a regular word, but this is a new word. Whenever you come across new words, try to focus more on those words. Proviso, proviso's plural form, a condition. Fishing, a regular word, and fishing, same pronunciation, and a new word. It goes with the modern times. Whenever you come across a particular word that has potential related from the exam point of view, then you have to recollect related information. In the passage, in the editorial, you got one word, data. They have used many a time. It has been used many a time. And based on that, datum, data. In English, we have nouns, nouns of Latin or Greek origin. They don't take the regular S or ES. They don't follow that pattern. And some of these, so many are there, but these are very important. Datum singular, data plural. Criterion, criteria. Phenomenon, phenomena. Memorandum, memoranda. Alumnus, alumni or alumni. Either way it is correct. Radius, radii. Syllabus, syllabi. You should take a holistic approach. Besides the information, you should always try to recollect whatever is important. That will help you in the long run. Let us have a look what is the enrichment from today's editorial. You got a few, about 10 or 15 effective words. Then you got 3 pairs of confusing words, and you could work on spot the errors, you could work on cloze test, and you could work on para-jumble. Besides, you got nouns of Latin or Greek origin. You got an opportunity to recollect nouns of Greek or Latin origin. They're very important from the exam point of view. That's it for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.